Welcome to your Tech News Today, the Monday through Friday podcast about keeping you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. We'll get started in a moment. First, we'd like to recognize our partners who help make these podcasts possible. It's Thursday, December 6th. I'm Mike James. Coming up in a bit, Chrome 71 is here. We'll fill you in on the details. Plus, it was only a matter of time. The New York Police Department will begin using drones to help with investigations. We'll tell you about that. And a new car ride share service is being launched with a twist. All that and more on Tech News Today. We start with some exciting updates to the Google Chrome browser. Over 1 billion people worldwide use Chrome. It's just released Chrome 71. It's packed with new features, so let's get to it and see what's under the hood. The first big feature is a filter that will block ads on sites that are known to display over-aggressive or misleading pop-up advertisements. There's nothing worse than visiting a site and being bombarded with ads, and some can be dangerous. Shady sites with weak security can display malicious ads that could lead to malware. This Chrome update should eliminate that. Another helpful tool is the Chrome Safe browsing filters. It's called billing, and it'll warn you if you're about to visit a site that's been flagged for using deceptive billing forms and pages. This is a popular trend with scammers now, trying to trick you into signing up for recurring subscriptions that could charge you money without you even knowing it. So there's a few examples there to look forward to in the Chrome update, but there's more, and we go through that in detail in our article. Just go to commando.com, Komando.com, and search Chrome Update. You'll get all the details and step-by-step instructions on updating your Chrome browser.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Well, how would you feel if your local police department started using drones to help with investigations? It's happening in New York City, and some people are not very happy. The New York Police Department announced its unmanned aircraft system this week that will be used in certain emergency scenarios like search and rescue missions, investigating hard-to-get-to crime scenes, hostage situations, and hazardous material incidents. The department will operate 11 small quadcopter drones and a couple more specialized ones that can be quickly deployed for tactical operations. Officials claim the drones will not be used for routine patrols and will not be armed with weapons yet, and that's what concerns folks. They're worried about the militarization of police drones as well as the potential loss of privacy. It's certainly an interesting topic and one that we, I'm sure, haven't heard the last of. Just ahead, we're going to talk about a new self-driving rideshare service with a twist. Right now, let me tell you about our partners at Quip. I love when I see technology used in a way that not only improves your life, it also improves your health. And I'm talking about Quip, the electric toothbrush. This is not just any old electric toothbrush. It was created by dentists and designers and the pros that understand sometimes you need to add technology to improve a product. I love brushing my teeth with Quip. It gently pulses, so if you have sensitive gums, it's a perfect toothbrush for you. And I feel like I have given my teeth a deep cleaning, and it's something that you don't get with a manual toothbrush. Quip electric toothbrush is the perfect gift for anyone with a mouth. That means everybody. And it may look like a big-ticket item, but it starts at just $25. And if you go to quip.com/Kim right now, you get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. But you don't have to tell your giftee that. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com. That's getquip.com/Kim. Hey, I have a question for you, and I want you to think about this one seriously. Does the thought of riding in a self-driving car scare you? It might be the future of travel. Well, actually, the future of travel is here. It's not the future of travel. Waymo just launched its first commercial rideshare service with a fleet of self-driving cars. It's similar to getting a ride from Uber or Lyft, but in totally autonomous vehicles. The new service is called Waymo One. It's now available in the Metro Phoenix area, home of the Kim Komando Show, and it's going to be expanding across the country very soon. To ease your fears, the company will have human drivers in the car to take control if something goes wrong. We've seen that before, go terribly, terribly wrong. At least in the beginning, once it's proven to be safe, it'll turn the car loose without those humans behind the driver's seat. By the way, here's a little advance for you for Commando on Demand. It was just about 2 hours ago. Kim and I and Robert, our podcast director, were talking about doing a Commando on Demand podcast in a self-driving car. So it's going to be Kim and Andrew and I all riding around in a self-driving car and what the experience is like. Even Kim had a great idea of going through a drive-thru in a self-driving car. The first self-driving drive-thru. I don't know. And we'll wait and see how it goes for Waymo. Maybe we'll take one of their cars. Do you think targeted ads are creepy? Companies like Google and Facebook, of course, make all their money on targeted ads, and they track every move you make online so they can provide you with personal ads. Well, some people don't like the idea of being tracked and feel like it's a breach of privacy. Others are fine with it because they'd rather have advertisements specific to their needs rather than stuff that they have no interest in. If you are one who doesn't want to be tracked, there's a way around it. You just set your browser to Incognito Mode, and that should stop these sites from tracking you. At least that's what we've been told. Apparently, it's not true. According to DuckDuckGo, who is a non-tracking browser site, they did a study, and they say that Google will still give you targeted search results even if you're in Incognito Mode. You'd think that all the search results would be similar, but they weren't. Search results were unique to most of the participants. DuckDuckGo said that logging out or surfing in Incognito Mode didn't make much of a difference on search results, which would mean that you are still being tracked. Of course, Google responded by saying the study was flawed. They said the study is based on the idea that differences in search results come from personalization. Google also said that it's just not true and that there are a number of factors that determine what shows up from a search. Plus, the study was conducted by a Google Chrome competitor, so that might have something to do with the results. They're starting to sound like Facebook, if you ask me. Well, I'm sure you feel for the younger generation and for all the tough decisions they have to make. For starters, the baby's name has to be freely available on social media. Millennials are now turning to social media to help them choose names for their kids. A California woman in her early 30s told MarketWatch that one requirement in picking her firstborn daughter's middle name was that the Twitter handle needed to be available. She scoured the social media site until she found out that Aubrey was available and ended up using that name. And now, all is right with the world. This isn't the only example, by the way. One university professor said they're doing this because millennials really understand the importance of creating a digital identity. If you're in the "this sounds a little bit crazy" category, you're probably not a millennial and you're probably not alone, which is fine. Coming up next, you're not going to believe who's giving tech advice now. Right now, a quick thank you to our partners who help make these podcasts possible. Hey, when you need advice on technology, of course it's going to Kim Commando. She's the first person you think of, and that makes sense. But you'll probably never guess who is actually handing out tech advice now. Well, if you answered Tom Cruise, you're in luck. Mr. Cruise took to social media this week to give us all some home viewing tips. More specifically, Cruise wants everyone to know how to watch movies at home in the way that they are meant to be seen. Cruise recently started a PSA video that's gone viral on social media. He's talking about settings found on newer HD and 4K TVs that can mess with the look of your favorite movies and TV shows. Most newer televisions, regardless of brand, typically come with a number of settings enabled by default, one of which has been a point of contention for the past few years. It's either called video interpolation, motion smoothing, or the soap opera effect. This setting works great for watching things like sports, but for movies, it doesn't work so well. In the PSA video, Cruise and filmmaker Christopher McQuarrie talk about why motion smoothing is bad for movies. They also advise everyone to turn the setting off. Not only that, but they want to convince manufacturers to stop making it the default setting. It's an interesting video, I guess, to say the least. If you want to check it out, go to commander.com and look for the article titled, "Change This Setting on Your TV Because Tom Cruise Thinks So."
We're in outer space. Aliens! Pew, 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 pew! Pew, 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 pew! That's tuna ice cream.
And if you're on social media and you do build a large enough base of loyal followers, you can make some serious money. There are thousands of people out there making big bucks on sites like Instagram and YouTube. But who's number one, you ask? The world's top earning YouTuber? Brace yourself. His name is Ryan. And if you have any kids under like 8 or 9 years old, you probably know who Ryan is. He is only 7 and he's making about $22 million a year. He's the star of the YouTube channel called Ryan's Toys Review, and him and his parents do just that. They review toys. He's hugely popular. As I said, $22 million over the last year. On the channel, you can watch Ryan and his parents playing with a bunch of toys. His site launched back in 2015, but already has over 16 million subscribers. Videos posted on the channel have been watched almost 26 billion times. Like I said, if you have kids under 8, they love them to death. They can't get enough. And by the way, once you're done listening to our podcast, do us a favor and give us a good rating. And if you know someone who you think might enjoy staying up to date on everything digital, share the podcast with them. We appreciate that. Finally, for today's Commando Kicker, how would you like to experience some holiday nostalgia? In New York, commuters are getting a blast from the past as transit officials let them ride on a vintage 1932 train that's been brought back to life. It'll be in service on Sundays until the end of the year. It features advertisements and other decorations from its time in regular use from 1932 through 1977. Would you want to ride on this train? It would probably be a fun family event. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Commando.com and search for the Commando Kicker. And that's your tech news today. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe so you get these podcasts to your gadget every single day. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.